Good morning, good morning. All right, we got weakness across the board here. And so far, IWM and SPY is very weak. Qs is trying to catch up, but of course, I want to see a closure below pre-market low here. So you can see like we went all the way up. We gapped up pre-market all the way to all-time highs. And then we retested previous day high, try to reclaim and rejected hard. So looks like we want to at least do the gap fill and then potentially go down to previous day low, which is our next zone, which leaves a lot of room. From pre-market low to previous day low leaves a lot of room. SPY, same sort of deal. Same sort of deal with SPY, except the gap has been filled, but pre-market low break. So next zone is going to be previous day low. So I want to wait for these closures. IWM is looking really weak. IWM is looking very weak. So across the board, we just got to pick one now, whichever one's the cleanest. So far Qs is a little bit choppier. SPY, cleaner. IWM, very weak. So let's see how it goes here. Maybe we lock into IWM or SPY. All right, let's see. Trade of 8, SPY. All right. $15-minute candle closure in 4 minutes. So let's see how we close here. We just gap filled a little bit ago. Qs is trying to hold pre-market high. Sorry, pre-market low. It's bouncing off pre-market low. I don't love how Q is bouncing off pre-market low. I don't love that for the SPY retest. Because that is going to ultimately just bring SPY up and not reject. So here comes the retest. We do have another 3 minutes on this candle left. But it doesn't look like Qs is going to fail here because look at the bounce off Qs off the zone. That's a pretty strong bounce. Right here, previous day close, pre-market low. We swept those lows. And now we're bouncing off hards. That's gonna drive the SPY up as well. So don't love it as much, that's for sure. See IWM. Let's see how IWM closes. So far looking good. So yeah, because of Qs, I don't love SPY anymore. For now. So let's see, man. We got 2 minutes left on this candle. Super weak. Super weak. If you look at the differences, look at the difference. Look at the difference, right? We got huge wick off that zone. So how could you go short? You can't. Trying to reclaim previous day high. So I don't want anything to do with Qs yet. There goes SPY breaking above pre-market low because of Qs. Because we wicked off the zone. Look at that giant wick off that 15. SPY to me isn't trustworthy yet at all. So I'm just going to wait on SPY. I do like IWM a lot. IWM a lot. So let's lock in on IWM for now. Super weak. Wow. Like SPY would be great here. Like that's such a good risk to reward, but this to me is the red flag. And it could work still, but just lower probability. I don't love it as much because of that. Like if these two aren't aligned, I don't want it. And like it just bounced, like it needs to clear now. The fact that it bounced off that and there was no room into it after SPY broke, this needs to clear now for me to feel confident in that trade. All right, IWM closing. Oh my goodness, look at that weakness, right? Like how is this not the clear winner, right? Okay, SPY could do it here, but I think I'll pass for now. It's trying to reject pre-market low, but let's see. Let's see if I'm right. Could be wrong. So this closed over. It bounced off on the 2-minute. SPY rejecting. I just hate Qs, the way Qs is. So I'm going to wait for IWM. Wow, Qs, look at Qs. Wow, what a reject. But let's see. Let's see. This was great. I just hated how Q was on like above, like surging above and bouncing off that zone. But now it's failing hard. Okay, so now Q's is below. Okay, I'm going to dial into IWM here. Way cleaner. So I want to get a retest back into the zone here. SPY. Yeah, I mean, it looked good. Very good. Like, I love this. This is like, this for me is just my exact playbook, but I've just been beat up so much on plays like this that I avoided. Let's see. I want to dial into IWM here. Boys, good morning. Good morning, boys. Good morning. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, SPY is working really nice now. So, yeah, Q's failed hard. Q's failed really hard. So I'm going to look for IWM. I want to see a retest into the 13 and pre-market low. Wow, look at SPY. Crazy. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. That was beautiful, man. Only if Q's didn't do what it was doing, I would have loved this. This is what I take every morning. Every morning I take this short. whenever it presents itself, but I just hated how he surged. I hated how he surged off that support zone. But it's all good. Now we wait for IWM. I want to see a retest into this zone right here. All right, IWM coming back in here. Let's see. Retest into pre-market low. 13 EMA. We'll do a starter and an add at least. Okay, IWM coming in. Okay, I want to get a retest of this zone right here. Right here. I don't want to be early. I don't want to be too early on this. Right around here. Randy, what's up, man? Nice. Good stuff on the Walmart. You were calling that yesterday. Very nice. Sucks about SPY. I'm not going to lie. Sucks about SPY. That was so clean. So clean. I just been beat up on plays like this before so many times that just didn't love it. Did not love it, but let's see. I want IWM. I want to see this retest here. So the stop's going to be here, like just above this zone. So closure above that zone. So I want to start and I want to add to this position. Anywhere around the 13. If we get a tap and a rejection at the 13, I'll start in. And then I'll add on some confirmations. Okay, here it comes. Nice and slow. So far, price action looking good. I want to see these sort of candles come back into the 13 and the zone. Then we'll look to get a starter. But I want to see weakness off this zone in that 13. I don't want to see a strong candle into this. Okay, that's looking good, but I want it a little higher. A little bit higher. $15 seconds left on this candle. It's coming in good. SPY coming back into the 13. Qs. Wow, big reclaim on the Qs almost. Huge candles. Here's that 13 pre-market low on Qs. See, I want to see a little bit more on IWM. Just a little bit more. Worst case, I could start smaller and then average into it, but I just want to wait a little bit more. Okay, there we go. I want a controlled, slow pullback. I don't want an aggressive candle like this going into my zone. I want these candles. And if it doesn't work, I stop out right above this zone. So let's see what happens. Here's a 13 tap. Here's that 13 tap. First tap of the morning, always the best. Beautiful tap. Let's see what happens with this candle here. 12 seconds. Starting 3.
Order filled.
Gonna add 3 more pretty quick.
Order filled.
3 more. Okay, there's that reject. I'm gonna take out 4 at the lows just in case. Potentially adding more depending on what happens here. This is the zone though. Around this zone is where my stop's going to be. So that's going to be like 80% of my position off at the lows. I got in at a good spot right at the 13 EMA. So I want to see a little follow through now. So if we get some more retests of the 13, I'll add some more. But let's see. So that's exactly what we want to see. The first 13 EMA tap. Nice flag break. Beautiful closure on this candle here. SPY doing? It's pretty good, man. IWM is like, yeah, this is it. So like I love the look of that. Looks good to me. So these will be, let's see, short. I got in, this is probably my average around here. 1.5 R is usually my scale spot. So that's going to be my first scale spot, and then runners will be at least 2R. So new lows, but ideally we head down to previous day low. So I'm not going to trail that runner super tight. I'm going to let that runner work for me. So let's see how she goes. It's a good candle though. It's a good candle. 40 seconds left on that candle. Anybody in this one? Or am I solo on this one? Did anybody take SPY? SPY was so nice, man. SPY was so nice. I wish I took that, but again, like, I'm not. Most of the times that bites me in the ass, so. All right, here's another 13 tap. Potential re-add spot. Let's see what happens at this spot. 7 o'clock. Usually we get a reaction at 7 o'clock, 10 a.m. Eastern. Let's see what happens here. 13 tap again. Potential re-add spot for me. Nice. Student of life music's in. Sweet. Potential add spot for me here. Just kind of waiting to see what happens with this candle. Sprung up pretty quick, so want to be patient on it. Potential re-add spot. Nothing yet. Oh, I see a nice rejection off this 13. Ten seconds on this candle. Let's see how she closes. Okay, we closed pretty strong there, so I'm just gonna wait on that re-add. Pretty strong close. Okay, here's a pre-market low, almost. Okay, if we get a closure above, I'm gonna stop out. But let's see. So far, just a big bear flag into pre-market low. So let's see what happens here. Potential add spot coming. Okay, here's our zone. Almost at pre-market low here. So I want to see a reaction at pre-market low. Okay, here it comes. Pre-market low retest. Might stop out here pretty quick. Let's see. Just watching. This is pre-market low here. I don't want to prematurely stop out. I want to see this level reject. Potentially adding at this spot right here. Okay, I'm going to add here because I'm really close to my risk level. So worst case, we stop out above, but I'm going to add 3 more there. Because that's the zone that I wanted to see reject here. This is pre-market low. First retest of pre-market low. So now I'm in full. And as close as I am to my risk level, which is up here. So if this doesn't work, we stop out. Just a big bear flag into IWM pre-market low right here. So average is probably somewhere around here now. My stop's going to be above here, so okay, it might stop out. It's looking like it wants to push, but let's see. This is pre-market low here. It's that exact zone that needs to hold to the downside. Okay, if she holds, I'm going to get out. 1 minute left on this candle. Okay, I'm going to get out.
Order filled.
That should have failed there. That should have failed. Let's keep watching. "17 seconds left on this candle." No, you did not just fake me out. You did not just fake me out. Let's watch. Might look for a re-entry, but let's see. Okay, I'm going to try one more here. One more re-short. It wicked me at the top, unfortunately. Bastard. Okay, so this is my new risk level here. Damn it. I should have let that candle close maybe. I didn't let that candle close. It just looked like it was gonna rip. Okay, one more attempt. Stop is going to be above this high for me. And I want to look for the lows at the least. At the lows. So like maybe around a 3R right here. Potential re-add as well for me. If she holds. I want to see a closure though. Let's see. I don't want to be faked out again. So if this rips, that's going to be my last trade. If I lose 2 in a row, that's my last trade. Still just a big bear flag in the pre-market low. Just a big bear flag right in the pre-market low. This stop out pisses me off a little bit. That was a premature stop out a little bit. I just didn't want to hold much more. I was full size. Let's see, potential re-add spot for me here. Okay, I'm going to add 5 more on that candle. 5 more for me here. So I'm going to look at getting out half at these lows. And then some more at the other lows. Right here, low a day. If we can get it. So starter again on the failure of pre-market high, and then I'm going to add right here on this candle. So looking for at least a 3R minimum here to de-risk my first scale spots, and then second scale spots, and then ideally we're going to go to previous day low here. So let's see. It's looking good so far. But ultimate target's going to be like previous day low here, if I can get it. But for now, let's just stay right here, 2.8R. So my mistake today was getting out here a little too early. A little too early. But I had to respect my rules. It is what it is. That could have turned into a much bigger loss. So it is what it is. We re-entered here and added here. So let's see if she works. It's the last trade of the day for me though, if this is a loss. But I mean, textbook stuff. I mean, every day it's literally the same trade on repeat. So just another failure of pre-market low. Previous day high reject. Wouldn't change a thing about this trade. So let's see what happens. We close back below the 13, which is good. I'll see one more of these candles here, then we should flow. Okay, that's a good candle. Good flip. So right around these lows, I want to take some off. I want to take like half off at these lows. That'll be 2.7R on our entry. And then more off right here. Right around here at the 200 EMA on the 1 hour. So that's looking good now, but we just need a little follow through. Get down to these lows right here. So far it's looking good, man. Like there's nothing wrong with this right now. Love these two candles right here. Perfect rejects. Reject to pre-market low, bear flagging. So we just need a little bit more follow through here. 30 seconds left on this candle. See if we can get a wick off this candle. Be good. Okay, let's break these lows. Then we'll hit our target. Just need to hit our lows. Need to break these lows right here. That was a good retest of the bear flag. Let's get a nice flush here. Okay, that's a good candle. Okay, I want to hit 280.34 before I scale any out. Okay, how many seconds left? 7 seconds on this candle. Okay, I'm gonna take 70% off right here if we can get it. Right there. 70% off. Okay, one more flush and then we scale out. Okay, that's looking good. Let's get that one more push here. We got these lows right here. That was so close to tagging that. Look how close that was. We got support right here, but I want to see us tag these lows. See one more push down. One more big push down, and then we'll scale out right here. Man, look how close that was to giving me some take profit. That was so close. Come on, IWM. Playing me all morning. All right, let's see what happens. Don't love that candle. That was flowing really nicely till this candle, so I want to see this reject. I want to see these sort of candles right here. Sure looks like it's holding. I mean, like, same time, this is my risk level. So I gotta hold true to this. But that's really not what you want to see at all. So I want to see how it reacts at pre-market low here. In worst case, I get out and I'm done. I'll be done for the day. Watching this candle. 48's catching up here, but I want to see this candle react. A pre-market low, 48 area. And then worst case, I get out, and that's going to be my day. So let's see. So close to my scales. So close. Just missed it. But that's how she goes sometimes. That's how she goes. Can't be right every day. Okay, let's see what happens here. Big strong close. Don't love it, man. Don't love it. We closed above pre-market high now, or pre-market low, I mean, so I'll probably get out right here. Just watching this 48. Just watching this 48. Finger on the trigger here for me. And then that'll be it for me. This probably does not reject anymore. We're at we just closed above pre-market low, so but here's the 48, so let's see. Let's see if we get a rejection at the 48. Oof, big hold. $15 seconds left on this candle at the 48. See if she holds. So this is our pre-market low zone, and we closed above, which I don't love. I don't love that. So that's our first close above. So not great. Not great. 48, good reaction, but I don't see this one working anymore. One minute left on this candle. But if she breaks these highs, I'm out. Not going to wait for a closure here because we already closed above pre-market low, so not going to wait for a closure. If this 48 was below our pre-market low, I would add, but no. $30 seconds. Yeah, it's likely gonna hold. I mean, it already closed above pre-market low, so it's probably gonna hold here. Okay, I'm out.
Filled.
That's unfortunate, man. I mean, like, we got so close to our take profit right here. So close. It just barely missed our take profit. So, it's just not my day. It is what it is. Been on a heater, so one loss, no big deal. Just bounce back tomorrow. That was a good setup, though. I liked it, man. Like, everything about this setup was good. Like, beautiful bear flag right into pre-market low. Just didn't work. It just didn't work today. So it is what it is, but we'll be back at it tomorrow. Same setups every day. $281.64. Is that what you got, Randy? Are you in this, Randy? $281.64. Where is that? Let's see what you're looking at here. You're looking at this pivot right here, eh, Randy? Yeah, I don't want to be in that much drawdown. If I'm full size, I don't want to wait that much longer, especially for closing above pre-market low. Like that, for me, should have rejected. Like this should have flowed, you know? And like it almost hit. I was so close to hitting my 70% off scales, and it just missed it. So it is what it is. Some days she works, some days she don't. All good. But I mean, like, as long as we manage our risk, right? All good. Still looking flaggy though. You know, like it's still looking very flaggy. But again, like we closed so strong above pre-market low, so it is what it is. Yeah, we got these lows right here too. But I mean, like, it's looking strong, so I want no part. SPY was such a nice short. Like, this was such a nice short. I didn't want to take it with Qs. Qs bouncing above, that was my signal not to take it. So good looks, but just a wrong ticker today. IWM was just a wrong one today. Yeah, it's holding. Good exit for me. I can't be in that much drawdown, especially if I'm full size. All right, back at it tomorrow, boys. Back at it tomorrow. Oh, hopefully see you guys there, and have a great day. Catch y'all then. Peace and love.